So I'm here with former British light welterweight champion Tony Mckenzie. How are you, T?
Well, it's good to be back after 6 months, half a year out of the gym through this coronavirus.
T, there's a lot happened in the boxing world. Of course, you know, 6 months is a long time and lots happened. There's an interesting fight that people are talking about. I want to get your take on a couple of fights, but this one is a fight that's, you know, being talked about for November 14th between Terence Crawford and Kell Brook. It's a tough fight. Obviously, it's a fight where people think, a lot of the British fans think it's a rubbish fight. A lot of people are saying Crawford's going to destroy Kell Brook like he did with Amir Khan. They don't think it's a matchup that they really wanted for Terence Crawford. They think that Kell Brook is, you know, not fought at 147 for 3 years, and they think it's going to be a comfortable win for Terence Crawford. What's your take on it? What do you think of the fight between Crawford and Brook?
Well, Terence Crawford, he wouldn't look at this fight as a big major fight. To him, it's just another fighter.
Yeah.
With Kell Brook, Kell Brook's looking at an opportunity to get back to big time at welterweight. To see if he can pull the one out of the bag and beat the Crawford. But it's a big axe in my point of eyes. Crawford is a technical fighter. He's the one to beat. Apart from you got Spence as well. He'll be back in action hopefully before December or possibly early next year.
So T, if I was to ask you, obviously, what do you think happens in this fight? How do you think the fight is won and lost? What's your take on the fight? Do you think that this is going to be a one-sided whooping?
Well, obviously Kell Brook will be up for the fight, but
yeah, you can go. Yeah.
Not fighting for a couple of 2.5 years, 3 years. He ain't really maintained himself in the ring. It's a big ask for him to just climb in the ropes and do his job. Now, when you have to see about Crawford, he's a brilliant fighter. He's not a fighter who takes a lot of shots. Obviously, Kell Brook will be hoping to put the pressure on him because obviously this fight's made at welterweight, so it'll be interesting to see what Kell Brook has got in mind after all that long layoff.
Kell Brook said that no one can take my right hand at welterweight. No one can take that razor right hand. He said that if I hit Crawford on the chin with that right hand, it's good night. Do you agree with that?
Well, if it hits you, yeah, that's another thing. But coming from Crawford, that sort of fight, you can't hit what's not there.
Yeah.
Crawford is a technician fighter. He's not in there to rumble. He's in there to pick his fight, pick his jab, work on it well. And counter puncher is great at that. Is what he does best.
So if I was to push you for a prediction, what happens in the fight and what round? What do you see late? Do you see a stoppage? How do you see the fight ending? Who do you see winning and by how?
For me, Kell Brook has not done enough work coming into this fight. It's just like a big obstacle now he's got to climb. But what you have to remember, like fighting someone like Crawford is you need to pressure that guy and be on top of him all the time, and be first with everything what you do.
So it seems like you're picking.
And to pick a winner. It's clear. Crawford is up there straight away.
One of the best fighters in the world.
Hesitation, yeah. When it's, he does what he does best, and that's get a win, and he should win well. So
now we come to Crawford Spence. If obviously Crawford's expected to beat Brook, if he beats Brook and then comes through that, him against Spence, how do you see that one playing out?
Yes, well, Spence, we all know what he's been through in his last previous outing with the car crash and how he's coming over that. Obviously, he's got to get himself back into shape fully, but we all know what Spence is capable of doing. And he was a rightful champion as it is. So that fight, it all depends on our 100% his mind on the game going into this fight. So, what will he bring?
Yeah, so Errol Spence is fighting Danny Garcia. How do you see that one playing out?
Well, Spence, they're much of the bigger of the two. I mean, I can see him easing through that fight, working behind his jab and keeping it at long range. I mean, he's a fairly big hitter as well, Spence. He carries a fairly good dig on him. So
Garcia's never been stopped. Very granite chin, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he's never been stopped, but there's a time and place for when you get hit by the right person, and is your lights out. You got to be focused all the time when you fight someone like Spence. So he fights and tucks up well on his right hand, and he throws a good one too, and he works well to the body.
Yeah,
exceptional good body puncher. You know what I mean?
So again, a prediction for Crawford Spence. Who you got that one?
Oh, Crawford Spence. Well, that one's a hard pick, and it's not a straightforward one. We've still got to wait to see. I'm not really 100% sure how Spence is. But at the moment, if I had to really put it on the line, I would like Spence to win, but I think Crawford will probably have too much technician for it.
So you think you picking Crawford by points then?
I think so, yeah. I'll go Crawford because just on the outcome of his box on a regular basis, his mix with top guys, and Spencer's got to prove himself back again. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, okay, the last one, T, I want to talk about Lopez and Lomachenko. That's a big fight coming up. Obviously, you're a big fan of Lomachenko.
Yeah, Lomachenko is one of my big fans since I read up on him. But Lopez is no duck walk. You know, he comes in.
Big puncher.
He would give you. I mean, he's a major puncher.
Yeah.
Which is, well, Lomachenko has to watch out for that. But we've seen this before about Lomachenko fighting big punchers coming in and that. And the skill what this guy has is amazing. His footwork, it just makes you throw shots but miss. You're punching thin air.
Fair enough, T. Thanks for your time. Oh yeah, last one before I let you go. I know you want to go, T. I've been criticized. I can not criticize, but you get it on YouTube when you're doing your channel. A lot of Brook fans coming at me. I wanted to ask your opinion. Obviously, you're obviously watched Amir Khan's career from the start. You've obviously know about Kell Brook. Obviously, if that fight was to have happened in their prime, so I'm talking 2015, 2014, around both of their primes, who would you favor and why?
Oh, tough one. You got virtually a puncher against the boxer.
Yeah.
Amir Khan, he was a spectacular fighter. As you know, he still remembers this in the Olympics. Kell Brook was a Jamaican fighter coming up, from the gym, the Sheffield gym, with all the Errol Bomber style and Prince Nazim and all the guys. But putting the two together back in them days, for me, I think Amir Khan would just edge it, with of his speed and his footwork, and he had good flair of boxing and his skill, but that fight we never know who was going to be, because they never really got to talk about that fight in the end. And what you have to remember, they were supposed to fight previous 3 years back when they were said, both of them were the best, but it never came off. So it's always going to be that one, in it. Who would win? Would he have done that? Would he have done this?
Yes, thanks, T. I want to let the subscribers know that T had great. He's a former British light welterweight champion, and I don't know if you guys probably know Chris Pyatt, who's a world champion. Tony Simpson, who is also a great fighter. T, do you want to say a few words about them and your training and your sparring sessions with them in the gym? Apparently they were very feisty.
Yeah, me and Chris Pyatt, used to always not spar with Tony Simpson, and then times he was middleweights. You know, me and Chris Pike, I was the welterweight, and I was light welter. We used to use our speed against him. Every now and again, he used to give us a dig, you know, to make sure, remind us who was there. But we had great thousands of sparrings we've done together. You know, we used to go out running at weekends, 8-mile run, 5-mile runs, chopping wood. We've done all the specific basics training back in them days. So it was all good because we had an animal trainer, Ken Squires, back in them days. And he was like some guy who come out of the army, so he's trained in the army and that, so he put you to the test.
Thank you, T. I really appreciate your time. And guys, I'll see you guys all in the next video. Peace.
So I'm out.